Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I need to make a little intro video. That's something I've been thinking about. Dice Camera Action and Critical Role, and a lot of these shows have like a little intro, like credits, but just like a little thing
That's
that
fun.
leads into it. And I feel like I want to make one of those. But
Fun.
we don't have one yet because I haven't done one yet. So I'm Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. And we have all four of our heroes of legend tonight. We have Alaric Copperbeard, played by Mark Kilfoyle.
Good evening, and welcome.
We have Nirakina Ethu, played by Starla Hutchton.
Greetings and salutations.
We have Amethyst, played by Vivid Muse.
Hail, heroes.
And Otterkey, played by Chooch Schubert.
Hello.
So, we're back after a week off because I was out of town, and I'm eager to just jump us right back in. But there's kind of a lot going on, so let's recap what was happening. Having successfully arranged for the stone giants to be saved, you have been able to leave their city behind, heading back across the Golden Plains to the city of Ushbithra and to the magic shop where your magic item rewards await you. You have with you a few different companions now. You have the young dragonborn son of the proprietors of the Carrot and Stick, this magic shop, named Doke. There's another employee of this magic shop, a half-orc named Deek. It's a thing, the Doke and Deek. And they're both with you, and they had already been with you. But on your way back to the city, a couple of things happened. One, you met a mysterious little critter, a large rabbit with a unicorn horn, arrived bearing a message from one of your long missing comrades. And this little critter, now in need of a family, has been adopted by Amethyst and named Arwen. So Arwen is with you. And then on your way, as you continued to travel, you were attacked by a fiend that Otterkey had recognized as an Orthon, which is a sort of devilish bounty hunter. And you were doing a pretty good job at fighting it yourselves, and it was attempting to flee when it was finished off by a goblin in gleaming silver plate armor and wielding an enormous glowing white greatsword. This goblin finished off the fiend for you, asked if any of you were hurt, explained that he was Sir Wordleplix, a goblin who had been tracking this particular fiend for a few days and was now offering to accompany you back to the outskirts of Ushbithra. So, as we ended the last time, Amethyst had decided to assist your remaining travel back to the city with a spell that allowed you to all transform into a gaseous form and travel at great speed, allowing you to fly through the air as little puffs of smoke, little humanoid-shaped puffs of smoke. And we can retcon a little bit that you found a way to convince Arwen to do that with you. It worked out. It's fine. There was a brief discussion about whether or not to ditch Sir Wordleplex, who seems sincere but weird. And in the meantime, you decided to allow him to come along. And so your 2-hour trip in this form will only take you about 12 minutes. So that's where we left things right now. You're still kind of where you were on the side of the road, but you have had this spell cast on you, and you can now, for the next 8 hours, transform back and forth from this gaseous form to your regular form, taking 1 full minute to make the change each way. Everybody's eating.
Okay.
And,
I was
we
just
are
looking up.
literally win.
It,
So
yeah. I was looking at the flying speed. It's 300 feet per something.
Right. I'm essentially saying that you can travel at 10 times normal speed.
Oh, cool.
It's very fast.
So I had said you were about 2 hours travel back to the city on foot. So 120 minutes, 12 minutes. That's how I had done that math.
Got it.
Well, shall we head back? Let's not forget that we may have company when we get there.
Right. There's somebody hanging around. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And if it's who I think it is, it's definitely trouble, but him specifically is not necessarily trouble.
Sir Wordleplex says,
So I take it by your tone that this is company that you might not be pleased to see.
You could say that.
Do you require any assistance in this matter?
It's more of an annoyance than anything else.
Very well. I will be available should you need my assistance.
That's appreciated. Thank you very much.
Of course, my lady.
and he bows. Very short.
Again,
little
fighting
bow.
fighting the urge to curtsy. Just why do I keep doing that?
Civility and manners are what allow different cultures to coexist peacefully. Or so I'm told. We're working on it.
Well, you seem to be doing all right so far.
Thank you.
And he bows again.
Dang it. Shall we?
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
So when you are in your gaseous form, I'll allow that you can, with effort, communicate by, say, reading lips on each other's half-translucent form, but you can't actually speak.
Makes sense.
Maybe we should have a shared signal, like, this means go down. How about that?
Or how about an actual destination? Going to Carrot and Sticks, right?
Well, in case we need to go down early if we see something. Because I think this way we can kind of fly, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
you can.
So we can actually spot the place from the air if we needed to, in case there was somebody else we weren't happy about
We should
seeing.
be able. Yeah, we should be able to do a little quick light recon,
Yeah, I think
unless they're watching for cloud forms.
Doak will say, well, I'm definitely interested in going home, but yeah, I mean, if we want to circle around a little bit before landing or getting too close, that might make sense. Do we want to just make that the plan?
Mhm. Yeah,
Why not?
definitely.
Mira obviously agrees.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Ah,
Deke just kind of chuckles and says, well, I can't say I've ever flown as a puff of smoke before, so I'm looking forward to a new experience here.
It's a year of firsts for me, that's for sure. Never a dull moment with these strangers.
So
I
is
mean,
that-
would you stay if it was dull? Come on, be honest, Alaric.
I've done worse. I was in a hole for 4 years running for my life.
We're just trying to keep things exciting for you now. Get you back out in the real world.
You don't have to do it all for me, but I do appreciate it.
All right, so are you all transforming then?
Give it a whirl.
Yes.
Yep.
As you
I'm
concentrate,
gonna hold Arwen while I do it. I'm
Okay.
holding her. Just make sure.
as you concentrate on the spell, and we'll allow that you perhaps you speak with animals to communicate to Arwen that she should go with it. You find yourself sort of feeling softer, lighter, and as you continue to concentrate, you realize that you have become, humanoid shaped clouds of smoke, and you can just with a thought, lift up into the air and move at great speed. Are you staying near the ground, or are you going way up high? What's your
I'm swooping everywhere. I'm just flying. I mean, I've been a bird. I've been a bird. It's cool and all. This is different. This is cool.
Yeah, Doak's right up there with you. He's
Yeah.
doing barrel rolls and loop-de-loops and stuff.
It's too fun.
Gotta say, I've never been a bird. I've never really been this high up. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm gonna give it a try.
Last time I was this high in the air, I was also huge. So
Actually, last time you were this high in the air, you were a lightning bolt.
I was gonna say, I think, yeah, you were.
All right. So are you going way up high, or what's your sort of cruising altitude?
does 100 feet sound good, guys?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Sure.
All right.
I'm probably gonna go really, really high and then not go that high again. It's kind of scary.
Well, while you guys are up at that altitude, you start off in the direction that you're headed, and you can actually see in the distance. You can see the outline of the city from this elevation. You can have much clearer line of sight, and as you're making your way in that direction, it's got to be thrilling how quickly you're moving through the air, and you gather that it might be like cold or the wind be unpleasant if you were in a more physical state, but as it is right now, it really just doesn't bother you at all. You are the wind, and as you make your way in that direction, have everybody make a perception check for me.
Great.
As you're headed towards
I
the
can
city.
see my
That's
house
never
from
good
here.
news.
Oh. You rolled all the dice.
Well, yeah, and I accidentally had this one in there, so it made a louder noise than I intended. I'm sorry.
That's a good start.
15.
There's a natural 20.
Yeah, so I'm going to get this out of the way, and I'm going to go the opposite direction of Mark. I got a 1, but I also have a +7, so that technically makes it 8.
Well, I think, Nira, you're perhaps a little too focused on the destination. You're goal-oriented at the moment. But, Alaric, while you are up in there and kind of looking around, just enjoying this new experience, you discover near the horizon in the opposite direction, away from the city, just across this enormous sea of waving, tall, golden-colored grass, you see a large shape that looks almost a little bit like maybe a hunched turtle or something. But at the distance you can imagine that this thing is enormous, perhaps taller than most buildings, and but it's just kind of on the horizon. In some ways it took you a little bit of squinting to really make out the shape, because largely across its back it's the same color as the grass, but you can kind of make out the silhouette of 4 legs and sort of a tail.
And it's on the ground?
It's on the ground, and it's very far away, many miles.
And opposite from the city southward?
Yes, so you are headed, I believe that we had said that the city was, southeast from the Stone Giant City, and you are seeing it more in the, the western direction.
Okay. All right.
So it's
Does it
quite a
look like
ways
it's
away.
just
You're moving away from it.
Does it look like it's a solitary creature, or there's buildings or a town or anyone nearby?
No, it's just the one big creature.
Wow. It's a big place. Well, it doesn't seem to be moving too fast or otherwise threatening at the moment. So I'm just going to note that in the back of my mind.
Yeah, at least as of right now, it doesn't really seem to be moving at all. But it's also very far away, so it would be a little hard to tell. You could barely make out the shape anyway.
Okay. Probably will dally a little bit as I kind of just sort of float and then just stare at it and then realize I'm just floating. Makes me constantly kind of drop because I'm now conscious of it, and then kind of catching up to these folks.
All right. Do you try to attract anybody's attention, or you just catch up?
I mean, we're somewhat translucent, but I guess we can see each other, so I will kind of point over to, that direction if anybody happens to notice me.
I am currently flying with Arwen like Superman and Lois Lane, so I don't see it.
Yeah. Should we roll again?
Yeah.
See-
No, I'd say now that if you follow where Alaric's pointing, I'd say you can all make it out when you're able to look where he's, directing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's sort of a gesture of amazement to sort of end the thing.
Doak looks like he wants to say something about it, but he's realizing he can't really talk, and he's kind of just sort of giving you he's sort of gesturing like, if you guys, who wants to make an insight check to try to interpret his gestures there?
I'm gonna guess you just said I'll tell you later, but
I rolled a 2. He's not excited about the solution he has to eat.
11.
and of course I got a natural 20 on that one.
Okay, yeah. You were actually you guessed right anyway that you get the feeling from him that he is interested to see it, but not afraid or concerned, and kind of in suggesting that I'll tell you guys what that is when we can talk.
Yay for natural 20s when it really matters.
Just shrug and kind of indicate that he can pee whenever he wants to later.
All right, so
Nobody else is interested? Because the druid is hesitating and kind of, ooh, what's that? No one else is showing interest though, huh?
It's not like we have a lack of, interesting trouble to get into. Like,
The world is full of wonder.
you don't need to go looking for it.
The world is full of wonder. Let's explore. All right, fine. I'll follow them. I'm enticed, but I'll follow them as always.
okay.
They're
Well,
adults. I'll follow them.
So you were moving so quickly, and you were near enough to town already that it really doesn't take long. I would imagine it's almost a little disappointing to find that you're already arriving where you're going, just because it was really only about 15 minutes total that you've been traveling this way. But you do see. And Doak is able to kind of lead the way. You do get to where we'll say about 500 feet away horizontally, but you guys are still up in the air. He points, and that's where you guys see the recognizable building of the Carrot and Stick, which, as you recall, is about a 10-minute walk from the rest of the city proper, kind of off by itself. And there's it's the main structure, which isn't really very big, kind of looks just sort of like a farmhouse, and there's sort of one big sort of oak tree off to one side.
Do we see any people out there? Like we got to do the whole spin around reconnaissance. Move,
from this
but-
distance, you don't.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of motion to everybody. I said with the eyes and look around. So
All right, so you're all doing the.
Yeah.
You can make a perception check
Gosh.
or investigation if you
Fire
Ooh,
line.
natural 20. Natural 20.
and that is a 23 for me.
Okay. So I think that as you all kind of circle around, you do see sort of off in the distance, closer to the city itself, there are people doing various activities, but no one is near this place, except, and I think Amethyst spots him first. You do see what you suspect. It's I'm assuming that you guys are not getting too close, but you do see what looks like it might be the high elf that you guys as a group met when you went into the city the last time. And just as a refresher, because you, Viv, as a player, weren't actually here during the episode, it was basically a high elf that kind of just said to Nira, "Hey, look, high elves, right? You're going to help me with the thing, right?" But he's seems a little sketchy, so that's kind of where things were left generally. But
So all you guys can see is Nira moving her mouth and what you assume is elven curses. So
but one of the interesting
Beautiful,
things
beautiful elven
to
curses.
note is he is off away from the building itself, sitting against the trunk of this big tree, and he appears to be wearing a bandana wrapped around his face like a blindfold.
So I wiggle my cloud finger in his direction just to, hey, that's weird. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Because I don't recognize him, right?
He was kind of slumped, like he was just resting, and he does kind of lift his head and kind of turn in vaguely your direction. But as I mentioned, he seems to be blindfolded.
Yeah.
this is gonna be so much trouble.
So,
He could end up being a very valuable friend.
Misty Doke is kind of up there like big shrug.
Yeah.
So through like hand gestures and stuff, I'm going to suggest we land on the side of the building furthest from where he is, so like he doesn't see us come down, and get back on the ground from there. That's my suggestion.
Make a
We
performance
constitute
roll.
ourselves. What?
Make a performance roll.
Oh, great. Oh, that's not bad though.
Get our charades on.
Performance is +3, so that is a 17.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're generally able to get across the idea, and anyone who might have been confused can certainly just watch you go ahead and go down and land on that side of the building and stay there. So I think everybody gets the picture. So are you all then landing on the far side of the house from the tree where Tyrillin is sitting?
Can we hear things generally? Like we're hearing.
Yeah. Your senses are more or less normal.
Okay. So say that I can use thaumaturgy to project a voice that everybody can hear.
Oh, okay.
It says,
Yeah.
should we zip around the city or just deal with this fool?
They can't answer you though.
Here.
Actually, I can. I have thaumaturgy.
Direction for us to fly into,
I have pressed
if we want yes or no.
Oh, true.
So,
Honestly, I
wait.
just-
No, let's just deal with this
As far
fool.
as vocal.
Yeah, I just like want to get it out of the way. I'm already tired. I'm just
Go
looking
ahead
at
and
this dude.
All right. And it-
Land and transform.
Okay, and it is close to. It's not quite sunset yet, but the sun is starting to get low in the sky. It is the evening. All right, so you guys are all kind of landing then, and concentrating to return to your normal physical form. The spell is still technically active for the next 8 hours, so if you felt like you missed being a cloud, you could change back if you wanted.
Or
Can I-
zip out that turtle.
Can I make another, I guess, what is it, like history check to see if I have any recollection? Because I know before there was something, but I couldn't specifically remember what. Can I check again? See if I remember anything about
what?
Tyrillin?
Oh,
Like his family name sounded familiar. to me.
Yeah, you can do that. Let me make sure I have all of my appropriate notes to tell you anything you might need to know.
That was a history, you said?
Yeah.
That's right? Okay. Then that is a 22.
Okay. 22. Yeah, so that's that definitely you do finally remember that there was kind of a to-do about that family a while back. It was something more like not counting the 100 years that you guys skipped, but more like the time that you knew of, that you were last at Rushama, and Farusha, that the last time you were there, It was something like about 40 years before that there had been some sort of a political issue where that family were kind of seen as troublemakers, and they weren't exiled precisely so much as if you're gonna stay, you need to shut up. So you decide, and they chose to leave. But it was largely kept pretty hushed up what the actual argument was about. But the story told after the fact was that they were essentially just, rabble rousers who wanted to just disrupt everything.
Okay.
Like, they thought that they didn't like the way people in charge were running things, and they thought it should be run different, and they're just troublemakers is kind of the way it was told afterwards. But it was pretty much that whole bloodline that more or less left, and that happens sometimes. That's not 100% unusual. High elves families will sometimes leave if they don't want to stay there. Nobody forces them to stay.
Okay.
All right. That's what you recall about that family. So as you guys have all changed back, Doak is looking kind of excited, but also trying to be sensitive of not being too loud since you're hiding from this guy. But he kind of just says, "You guys, that big thing. It was the spirit of the Golden Plains."
What now?
Well,
Wow.
it's like all the grass, right? I mean, it's a huge part of the world, and it's in some ways, because people kind of think of it as one big thing, the Golden Plains. It's the spirit of the Golden Plains. I mean, usually people stay away from it just because it's big, so it could be dangerous, just like even by accident. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it quite this close before. But it's pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah,
but,
that was neat.
but it's a turtle, though, right? Or looked like a turtle.
Well, I mean, it's something. It looks kind of like an animal, I guess. I mean, it's a spirit. It really could look like anything, I suppose.
Wow.
I guess I just would have thought something of the plains would look like, I don't know, something of the plains. Because don't turtles live on water?
Well, did you see all along its back? It's got that grass grows all over its shell or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about the way the grass is just part of the landscape here, right? It's something you have to know how to deal with, and you have to work at it, but there are things that you can do to keep it back if you need to. And it kind of grows in territory if you don't keep it back, but it's also not too hard to keep it back. And kind of in the same way, the spirit mostly doesn't mess with you, and it kind of roams wherever people don't try to keep it away.
But you haven't seen it this close before?
Not that I recall. I mean, I have seen it before. It's just, I mean, I'm not worried or anything.
No. Okay. I get worried whenever stuff like that happens.
Well,
Especially
I mean,
around these three.
I can't imagine why.
again, I don't know that it's anything to be concerned about, but it is true. I don't think I've ever seen it this close to the city before.
Has it always been around? Is it really old?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we don't really have a good historical record of when the grass started. People think that it might have been some sort of a magical experiment trying to cultivate some sort of a new grain that kind of got out of control, and so now it just spread everywhere. But whenever that was, it was a long time ago, and we don't really know for sure. Hundreds of years at least.
Does anybody talk to it? Is there ever
What, the
stories
grass?
of people talking
Oh,
to it?
the spirit.
spirit.
Yeah. Again, it's a little weird to even, like, I guess you guys are more used to communicating with spirits, but I mean that
I wouldn't say used to.
well, I mean, it's like
Spoken
an
to a
animal.
few.
I don't, it's when it gets too close to things that people don't want it to get close to, you kind of try to encourage it to go away. But it's kind of like if, just sort of a big cow is trampling into your yard, you shoo it away.
Is that
I mean-
how people think of it? A big cow.
Well, obviously it's so big that you have to kind of, you have to take it seriously. It could do a lot of damage if it was. Like when you're close to it, its footsteps shake the ground.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to a trip out there.
I mean, the only, I went out to see it, but, I never got any closer than, like 300 feet or so, and it's pretty impressive even at that distance. But, it's pretty safe to approach as long as you're careful.
I mean, something that
his
big's got to
favorite.
feel the changes happening in the world. Maybe it would know something.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know if anybody's ever talked to it. I'm not sure if it talks.
Communication with the spirits in this part of the world is it's not quite as sure as it is in our part. It's difficult to explain, and it's much less coherent thought than it is instinct out here. If that makes sense.
Yeah, Nira, that the theory is that although this would take a long time to change anything about it, but the spirits actually, their nature is shaped by the attitudes and thoughts and actions of the mortal creatures in their vicinity. And so part of the reason that where you guys are from, spirits often might be more intelligent or more rational is largely because there is a long tradition of treating them that way and approaching them and communicating with them. And over a long period of time, you can sort of shape the nature of a spirit. And it becomes this sort of symbiotic thing. But over in this part of the world, there's less of a tradition to treat spirits that way. They're treated more like forces of nature, and therefore they act more like forces of nature.
Sounds a lot like talking to a rock fall. Best idea is just to listen and get the hell out of the way when it comes by.
And Doak says, yeah, and so I mean, it's the spirit of the grass, right? So just like when people have farms that they don't want the grass to take over, there's just little tricks that people have worked up, certain kinds of rocks that you can grind up into the soil and make sort of a little grass break around it that it won't cross, that sort of thing. So like there's things that you can do to keep it away, but if you're not doing those things, it might just roam somewhere where it could be inconvenient.
Weird.
All right.
I mean, that was the guy from the other day, right? Out by the tree. I mean,
Yeah.
are we hiding
That's
from
him.
him for a reason? He seemed kind of sketchy, but is he
He
like is he
probably wants
dangerous?
something.
I don't think dangerous is the right word, although these days, who even knows?
It's like,
He
well,
was wearing a rag on his head. Was that it?
Yeah, that's new. Some kind of bandana across his eyes, which that doesn't bode well for anything.
maybe he's just trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of ready to be home right now, and I don't. Do we have to sneak in the front door or what?
Nah. I don't think so.
No.
We just wanted to land in peace rather than
Be accosted immediately.
or sneak up on the guy. Because anything we show them that we could do, he probably would want us to figure out a way that he can make some money off of it, I think.
Okay, so we can just go in then?
Yeah.
We walked into the field. Yep.
All right. And you don't have to tell me twice. And so he kind of just rounds the corner. The tree, if you were facing the front door of the farmhouse and you were standing about, 60 feet back, the tree would be, about 60 feet to your right. That's where this tree that he was sitting against is. So he's sitting somewhere he would theoretically have a view of the front door, presumably if he is not blindfolded. And so you guys landed on the other side, but the Doak has gone around to the door. If you guys wait, he goes around and he goes inside. You hear him. You hear some voices.
You want to check inside to see if he's been asking questions, or you just want to deal with him now?
I don't want to deal with him at all.
Well, we can probably scare him off if we needed to, but
No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. Should we just go talk to him?
find out what he wants at least. He may not technically. No, wait. We were told there was somebody waiting for us, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I am going to walk out from the side of the house and approach the tree.
You're heading right over there?
Yep, I'm just going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Flanker.
are you're all going over there?
We're gonna do the movie Power Walk across the road. I think.
Yeah, but I would like to tap her with guidance because I have a feeling she's going to.
So,
Love you, girl. Got your back.
Deke went in the building with Doak, so it's just the four of you and Arwen. And Sir Wordleplex.
Oh, and the Sir, yeah.
Yeah, Sir Wordleplex. I think at this point, as you guys are getting ready to go, he's just going to say,
Well, if you need my assistance, I'm welcome. I would be happy to stay and help. Otherwise, this is probably as close to the city as I want to be. So perhaps it is. We can. Our journeys must part. But I hope that you all are, bathed in the holy purple light of the Celestials, and I wish you the best of luck.
You were an interesting fellow to meet, Sir Wordleplex. Where do you
Thanks,
go from
dude.
here?
Oh, well, I'm considerably farther north than my normal patrol, if you will. I'm trying to keep things safe as the goblins transition our new sort of way of life, and keeping everybody protected. But when that fiend passed through, I had to see what it was up to, so that's why I followed it. So I'll probably be going back south towards Grindelpot again.
No,
Be
we
safe,
happen to hit
girl.
the. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of
Thank you again.
and he bows, and
Very curtsies.
he ducks off into the tall grass, and you kind of see for a while. You can see the top of the grass waving along as he's making his way through, but he's just pushing through the tall grass. And then, actually, after a while, you see it stop for a second, and then the little cloud kind of poof up out of the grass. Like, oh yeah, I can still do that.
Yeah, truly in a new age. Wow.
Very interesting little dude.
Paladin.
You did seem
Alright.
nice.
All right, so let's see what trouble that this guy wants
All right.
to start.
So as you guys come around the house and start making your way kind of in that direction, you all see as he kind of sits up and kind of perks up and then definitely turns his head in your direction. And although he does still have this dark cloth strapped over his eyes, he does start to scramble up and stand. And you can see he's kind of leaning heavily against the tree as he does this, like he's weak or tired, but he does sort of climb to his feet, and as you're approaching, he just says, "Ah, at last! I knew if I waited, you would arrive. I'm so grateful that you have returned."
Is there's
Are you injured?
Well, I have been somewhat weakened by the last few days, but I am, my heart sings with joy to see you all once again.
Can you actually see us all? I wave my hand in front of his face.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, the cloth is, well, I've had a bit of an experience, you see, and it has, left me somewhat transformed, and, it's upsetting to others, so, perhaps you certainly would all understand. And he reaches and he takes it down, and as he lowers this cloth, his eyes are not like full black, but it's as though his pupils have dilated past the iris and are just staying like that. It's just these huge purple, or like huge black pupils that almost cover like the entirety of what you can see of his eye. And it's very sort of striking. And he just kind of says, I can actually see through the cloth now. So it doesn't matter, but people who don't understand these things were frightened by my appearance, and I didn't want to disturb anyone. That's why I covered it. But you all, certainly, you would understand the nature of these sorts of transcendent magical experiences, and I hope that once again I can rely on you to help me out, understanding as you would how important these things can be.
I had some mushrooms that did that once. It didn't last for more than a day. It was useful in the dark, but also kind of hard to sleep. What did you take?
What sort of
Amethyst just pats her pocket because she's got some mushrooms like that if he's getting hungry.
what sort of experience are we talking about here, Trillian?
It's all a bit it's all a bit of a daze now. It feels almost like a dream, but I know that it's not a dream because I am transformed. I can feel it in every cell of my body. I have magic now. I can see. There's no shadows anymore. I can see through solid objects. I can see magic. I knew that I was chosen because I had met you. And so I want to express to all of you my utmost gratitude. And I was just passing through the town the day after we last spoke, and I heard the most beautiful music that I had ever heard. And then I remembered meeting you. And then I was whisked away somewhere amazing. And I met the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, crap.
And she gave me magic like I've never known before. She made me feel heights of ecstasy like I've never experienced. And then told me that I had to return here, which broke my heart, but she said that you four held the key that would allow me to return and stay for good. And so I sought you out because I knew that you are good people and you would do whatever it takes to help someone with such an obviously noble quest.
So in Croatoan, I'm going to tell my ask my. I'm going to say this. So should we just kill him now, or like what?
It's just a poor sod.
I want to know who sent him because it's us he's looking for.
It's one of the Fae Queens. One of them. It doesn't matter which one. Both of them want us dead.
And
Doesn't
they made
matter.
him able to see just about everything, which is rather suspiciously on point.
Yeah. It's probably already too late.
We're going to have to leave soon. We can't have him following us either.
I really thought we were gonna reconstitute ourselves inside. I'm stunned that we did it outside, just for future
as you
reference.
guys are talking, he does kind of take a step forward and just say, I must apologize. In my eagerness, I must have come on strong because I can see your concern. I don't know what to tell you to express, but if you had seen what I saw, you wouldn't be
I
concerned.
have
You
seen
would know
what you've
it.
seen.
You have.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Well, then surely you understand the beauty there. It is something, it's a beauty that this world is not capable of containing. It must exist in another plane, and I long to return there with every fiber of my being.
In Koatoa, I tell them it's either kill him or move somewhere else with him, but we've got to get out. We can't just stand out here in the open.
All right. Let me see. Trying to decide.
Okay, kill is a strong word. I shouldn't have said kill the Nira. Damn
No,
it.
that was the right one.
Handle, silence, knock him unconscious, something.
Can I... Shoot, do I have that one equipped? I don't think I did. Shit. I was gonna send him away.
We can just tell him we've got a mission for him to go do. And when he's gone, we take off in the other direction.
And stop looking afraid and like we're starting to trust him because he's reading our body language.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of smile and look over at him like, yeah, he's awesome. Love him. Oh, the best.
Make a deception check.
Told you guys this would be trouble.
That's why we were invisible clouds. Oh, shit. All right. That would be an 8.
All right. You definitely see that he is looking increasingly worried, and he just starts to babble again. It's like, listen, I am imperfect. I am not worthy of her beauty, except that she chose me, and I understand that I may not be the vessel that can adequately communicate the importance of this mission, but whatever I can do to prove myself to you, to prove myself worthy of your assistance, I would do anything.
You know what? Oh, shit, I can't have used all those spell slots. Damn it.
Anybody wants to be...
And Croatoan. What were those items you needed to find for your quest? Nira?
Oh, Nira. Yeah.
I need
Arm of the quest.
the Crimson Star, and I need a dinosaur horn.
Oh,
you go there
dinosaur.
We got your boy.
What do you need those things for again, Nirina?
All right.
Making like a macrame or something?
So, okay.
Yeah,
Serious
exactly.
face.
Macrame. Craft
Serious
project.
face. Serious face, because not a lie.
Right.
All right. Going to go to him. I said, Trillion. I actually
Nice.
do have something that would be extremely helpful in our quest, and it's a very important piece. No lie.
Say
This
the
is
word.
absolutely legitimate.
I will
there's a
assist with any
very-
task.
There is a very, very special plant that I need. And it only grows... I'm trying to find my notes.
It's the original
Okay.
quest.
It only grows in the bogs south of Tashmia.
Where is that?
South of Tashmia.
It's the
that's
eastern part of the continent.
Yeah, it's in the eastern part of the continent, like towards the south.
That is a great quest indeed.
It is a great
Yes.
quest.
Southeast of Rashama.
Ah, that is a very great distance away.
It is.
You can see how difficult it is for us to be able to accomplish with all that's going on.
What's going on?
You'll figure that out eventually.
Well,
if this is
there
your
are
quest, if
certain
this
things
is the
that I
most
just
important
can't tell
quest
you.
for you.
It is.
What else would be going on that would delay you from proceeding on this most important task?
Well, the person that you met, we have business dealing with her as well.
I knew
that
it!
we just
I knew it. She
Just-
told me that you would lead me back to her.
we can't let you in on everything because she's sworn us to secrecy.
I can understand that. There are many here in the town that don't understand my newfound passion, my epiphany that I experienced, they don't understand, but
I
I
know.
knew
How could
that
they?
you would understand.
How could they?
So there are a
You
lot
guys-
of
That's a
pieces
start.
to this puzzle, lots of them. So I don't know. Do you think? You know what? I don't want to ask. I think this just might be too much for you. I don't.
Well, I am not afraid to brave any danger if it means leading back to my lady's side, and if you are the key, as I've been told, to leading back to her, then I will stick with you until whatever task you required is done.
Well, but that's the thing. There are things that I have to do that, like I said, there's a bunch of moving pieces here.
Yes?
And things that only we can do. But that one thing that you could help with is in the bogs south of Tashmia.
You mean to send me alone?
Right. I mean, it's probably too much. I don't want to.
We don't even know. We're not even sure. This
can't
is
ask
just what
better.
this guy is just saying that that's who he's aligned with. We don't know. Has he even told her the name? Do we know the name of? I mean, we haven't confirmed that we know exactly who he's with.
Are you
Well,
saying
why would
this
we
in
trust
common
him?
or in Quoton?
I'm saying that in common,
Okay, he
so
said,
he can understand me.
well, I am, of course, pledged to Queen Solomonia of the Dawn Court. That's but
But she didn't tell
claimed
you?
that you knew that.
Right. And I mean, but she didn't tell you about this very special flower. She didn't tell you that. Ugh, I've already said too much.
She
Oh my gosh.
told me that she changed my eyes that I might not let you out of my sight.
Until you found us, right? And now you can help us by doing
Until
this
you
quest.
led me back to her side.
Well, I mean, we need that plan.
I can't use
That's
that.
part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but the timing, because we have to
I
get this other task, those other two tasks done.
Yeah.
I am afraid that once again I am not being as eloquent as perhaps I would desire, because I definitely am getting the sense that you are attempting to send me away, that I might not interfere with what you are doing, rather than truly trying to help me.
In Koatoa, I'm like, guys, we got to take care of this. He's not going away. We can't keep him. This is not a cute, fluffy bunny corn.
I agree. Let's kill him if he hasn't already messaged her before he messages her.
All right, so I am going to call the lightning using a level 4 spell slot.
Okay.
And she's got guide on. So
All right. So let's roll initiative.
Christiana's eyes got so big, like, oh, God,
Thanks for rolling initiative.
fast. Oh my God, that was.
All right.
Nera's gonna do what Nera's gonna do.
13.
Let me,
Not my way.
I'm about at my max for trusting randos that come walking up. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, I did make a map, but not for this spot. So
He leads us down the road to a convenient spot for murder.
Yeah, we're just like in front of the damn place. Just too quiet.
Yeah, not here. Not in front of Carrot and Stick. That's
Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I mean, there's not a problem. I'm just
Blood
saying.
on the doorstep.
Let me.
Man, this is why we didn't get
If
invited
anybody
back.
can think of a different way to end this little conversation, I mean, Chooch, Mark, you got any? Because it's about to get messy.
All right.
I don't want to kill the
So-
guy.
I didn't like this guy
So
anyway.
speak up, because she's casting Call Lightning.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
The
she's always
first
a
time
bit
you said, should
impulsive.
we just kill him? I almost, did.
I mean,
so-
I'm apathetic about him, and Nera wants him dead. So if there's anybody else that has a different opinion, now would be the time.
All right.
I don't want him
So-
dead. I don't know what to do.
This is our guy here.
Jump in front of him,
start
Mark.
with you there. But
That always works well.
you guys were kind of all just sort of clustered around him, right?
Pretty much.
Remove curse.
I recommend you try it
That's
before.
fine.
All right. And then,
Y'all don't understand,
here's
it is-
Arwen.
Too late.
All right.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so this is Terillin right here. the tree, of course. And so let's.
I mean, I will say wait, but Narakina's never really waited for that.
It might be
Okay.
convincing.
Well,
Also,
we're
I
going
think-
to enter initiative.
I think we've been.
So in
replaced with-
Kalatoa, I say to Alaric, it might be convincing if you kind of try to stop it, and you might be able to get a little more out of him. But
Well,
this time,
Nira has already cast a spell, so that's
Yeah.
happening.
I think that's an instant anyway, isn't it? Doesn't
Yeah.
have any casting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it,
No.
it only takes one action to cast. Yeah, so,
Boom, flying up.
I'm afraid that we've been replaced by white
okay.
squares.
and here's your
let me-
answer
Let me fix that.
of lightning. A simple no would have sufficed.
Oh, cool! I'm playing Amethyst now.
Well, let's see.
Oh my god.
All right. All right. So, did everyone roll for initiative?
Oh, no.
Takri rolled a 13.
19.
Natural 20. I will interrupt your goddamn spell.
Okay.
Not if you're surprised.
Audrey got 19.
Otterker got 13.
Oh, 13. Okay.
That's
13,
25 in total.
And Alaric got 25. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. Nero, you had 19, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And Amethyst? Oh, you're muted.
I rolled an 11 for me. Do I need to roll for Arwen? I don't
How
automatically
about
assume
this?
she's going to fight.
Well, yeah. So, I'll
I
just.
want her safe.
I'm given that I wouldn't imagine she's going to do like traditional combat actions. I'll
Yeah.
say that if she's going to do anything, she'll do it on your turn.
Okay. Cool.
What was your roll though?
Oh, I'm sorry. 11.
All right. Okay. So, Alaric, you get the sense that Nira is about to cast this spell. Are you actually going to do something to try to interrupt her?
Yeah, that's never going to go well. But yeah, I don't want this poor guy to die necessarily.
Okay. So what do you do to try to interrupt her?
Is she speaking the spell?
Yeah, I believe that the Call Lightning has verbal and somatic components.
All right.
Yes.
Feeling the skin, feeling the hair on my arms start to
And
rise.
yeah,
as the
you would
electricity
definitely
starts to
recognize
build.
this one since it's kind of
I
her
will
favorite.
leap forward and plant my hand over her mouth to make her not be able to
Okay.
complete the spell. Silence in a certain sort of way. At least I'm
All
gonna try.
right.
So, does that mean that I don't use that spell slot? Or is it just like burnt?
So what we'll say, no, because we're using this initiative that you were getting ready to do it, and I'll say, if you were going to try to resist and cast the spell anyway, I'd have you make a concentration check. But if you're willing to just say, no, I'm not doing that after all, then that's what happens.
I still want to cast the spell. We're doing it.
All right. So, make a. How about this? Let's make contested Constitution Nira against Alaric's dexterity.
All right. This isn't an unarmed strike for a grapple.
Well, no, I'm.
So,
You are trying to just stop her from speaking.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
what is concentration? Like, what is it?
Constitution.
save?
Constitution. Oh, okay. So that is a 17.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Aha.
Kidding me.
Gonna have to have
Oh, snap.
a dice cam at this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
You
a
will,
24.
civil man.
So your spell slot is not wasted, but your action is used, failing to cast the spell.
Okay.
All right.
Knock it off, Nira. This is underway. I remove my hand. You're not going to kill me, are you? Just nod.
All right.
not a
so,
nod. Anybody can
Nira,
help
are
me.
you doing anything now that your spell has been foiled
Yeah, I'm gonna use my shocking grasp cantrip.
on Alaric?
Yep.
All right. Is that a bonus action or is that an action too?
I think that's just an action.
Well, I had said that your
So,
action was
okay,
used up trying to
so-
cast a spell, but I'll allow it because I like this.
Thanks.
All right, so go ahead and roll your melee attack.
It is. Okay. Melee attack. I can't find anything anymore.
It should just be like in the little actions. If you have the spell prepared, it should be in actions.
Actions. Shocking grasp. Is that plus 10? Is that right?
I mean, it might
hit
be.
hit slash DC is plus 10. Is that right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, then it's a 26.
Okay.
I think that hits.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's a 3d8. Okay, 14.
Okay.
All right.
And Alaric is knocked 10 feet back.
Yep.
Make a dexterity check to try to acrobatics or dexterity to try to stay on your feet instead of being knocked prone.
Acrobatics. That's a natural 1.
All right, yeah, you
I get both
are
sides
knocked
of it.
prone,
All right.
and you can't
Swearing.
take any reactions this round.
Can I look at Nira and say, "What the fuck, Nira"? Is that allowed? I mean, I'm not doing anything. Just a general, "What the fuck?"
Hey man, survival instincts kick in and he's trying to stop me.
All right, Ottercree, your turn.
I'm just gonna go with what I was going to do, which was cast Hold Person on our new friend.
Okay. So he makes a saving throw for that?
Yes, which is going to be a. Whoop, it is going to be Wisdom.
All right. This is not.
DC 16.
Hold person is not a charm effect, correct? It's. I don't think it is. It doesn't say that it doesn't use the word charm anywhere in there.
Yeah, it does not.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so. So just wisdom.
It
saving
says it
throw then.
paralyzes them.
Okay, yeah. So it's just a wisdom saving throw then.
Yes.
That's a 12.
DC 16. Fail.
All right. So he looks as though he has realized what just happened. Is that Nero was going to cast a harmful spell on him, but was interrupted. And so he looks scared, but then your spell takes hold and he just freezes in place.
His face is going to stay like that.
He's like,
So I'll just chill. Take a beat.
okay, so, Amethyst, that would make it your turn.
Great. I've been fighting static on my microphone. I have no idea. So he's held.
Emmett
Alright.
Nero, stop with the static.
Alaric is unconscious, right?
No, he's just knocked on his butt. He's not unconscious.
Okay.
He's just
Okay.
a toasty, mind you.
And how much damage did she do?
14.
Rub some dirt in
Jesus.
I'm not getting better.
I-
She's the damn healer.
So I'm gonna walk over to Alaric and can I help him up, like physically, like help
Yeah.
a bro up? Okay, and I'm gonna,
Are you crossing in between Otterkey and are you just kind of just coming straight through in the middle?
I'm just gonna walk straight to him and I'm gonna give Nira the stink eye and I'm gonna help Alaric up.
All right. All right. I think Arwen hops a little bit in your direction, but doesn't quite come all the way there. Okay, so you help Alaric stand up. Did you say you healed him a little bit? I didn't.
I was just looking at my spells to see if I had anything other than mass cure wounds. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to cast that big monster for 14 hit points.
Okay.
You do
So
notice that he looks a little bit rough because we did have a massive battle just a while ago.
yeah.
So but I would like to hold an action if he does do any, if Terillium does any form of attack. I want to cast, let's see, poison spray. I think I'm close enough. It's a 10-foot range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's currently, as you hurried past, he's in this like frozen, alarmed posture.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, so you'll cast poison spray if he attempts to attack or anything.
Yeah.
All right. So that does bring it to his turn, and he is paralyzed. So he is going to try to shake that off. That's a 21. So it's the end of his turn, so
End
he's
of
not
his
able
turn,
to do
correct.
anything else on this action. But he is no longer paralyzed. He pushes past the spell, and he looks very alarmed. All right, so Alaric, we're back up to you.
All right. I'm dusting myself off. I walk over to, what was his name, Carolyn?
Terrellin.
Yeah.
Terrellin. I said it kind
Kind
of
of
both ways.
walking straight over to him. He's too tall for me to put my hands on his shoulders, so just kind of grab him by the arm. You've been a victim. If you persist, it's going to cost you your life. You may not understand, and your head's been messed with, so you may not even be able to. But you're in danger if you stay here. You have to leave now. It's the only way you're going to survive, to see anything again.
You don't understand. If you had seen what I seen, you'd know there's nothing more real than what I
So-
experienced. And if you guys won't help me, then I'll have to find some other way to have you lead me to her.
You don't understand. I've seen what you've seen, but you didn't understand it.
All right. Well, that's about all we can do on a turn, I think.
Yep.
Nira, you're up again.
I am calling the lightning.
Okay.
As a
Still
level
holding on to his
4.
arm.
All right. Are you? Where are you having it strike?
I'm going to jump up in it, I think.
Okay. So on yourself then.
Yeah.
Right? You conjure again the storm cloud that forms out of the otherwise clear sky that's just starting to turn orange with sunset. And with the lightning strike, you go up into the clouds and vanish from the immediate scene here. All right. Otterkey, you're up.
Yeah, we're committed, so I will move forward to engage him
All right.
and slicey dicey.
All right. Roll your attack.
Because I'm holding on to him, can I assist the defense?
You're defending Terrellin?
Yeah, I want to try to pull him out of the way.
Okay. What I'll say is that it will make Archie roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Actions. There we go.
He's actually not
10.
wearing armor, so. But 10. 10 is not high enough. So,
Second attack.
Alaric pulls him out of the way, out of the range of that first slash.
15.
15 though will do it. So go ahead and roll damage.
Is 8 points of slashing plus what is my improved divine smite? Oh right, does another 1d8 of radiant damage. 3 points of radiant.
Okay, so 11 total.
Yeah.
All right. So as you strike out and slash with your sword in the second swing, you do catch him along the shoulder, and you do feel the impact, and you see the wound. But as soon as your strike has completed, you see, and Alaric, you feel he just turns into, like, just vanishes like into mist. He's just gone.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Great. You didn't turn him into a cloud. You didn't get anywhere. What kind of attack was that? You've never done that before? Did you burn him
that's
instantly?
New. That's new. No. They
all right.
always bleed.
Amethyst.
Wait, what happened?
So Archie went up and tried to slash at him, missed the first time, hit him the second time, clearly wounded him, but then as soon as the strike had finished, he just disappeared like in the mist. And Alaric had been holding his shoulders and is like... So he's not just invisible, he disappeared.
Cool.
I think, Archie, you would recognize that it seems to be somewhat similar to Misty Step, is whatever just happened. It's similar visually to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold another act.
Bamfed.
I'm gonna cast Freedom of Movement on Archie.
What does that do?
For 1 hour, your movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells or other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. Target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled. Finally, being underwater, well, it's not an issue. But yeah, you're good
Nice.
underwater.
All right.
I know you like to chase things.
Okay.
And I don't know what's up with Elric and Nira, so I'm not buffing either of them. They're crazy right now.
So you
Yeah.
are freedom of movement defied.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you guys, it is his turn again, and I'll just go ahead and say that it happened. Oh, you know what? I just realized I should have had his token go away when that happened. But he does. Let's see. He does appear again over here, a little ways away, and I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Even me up in the cloud?
No, not Nira.
No.
And
You're all within?
remember, you were within
Sure.
range of Archie's aura.
But what's
So
that
get a
do?
+4. What are we saving against?
Wisdom.
14 for me.
Okay, that's a failure.
18.
20.
Thanks. I tried so hard.
25.
Okay, so 18 is what you said, Alaric?
Yes. Yeah, 18.
Okay. And then, so that's a pass. So Amethyst fails, and as all of you feel sort of a magical effect wave over you, and you all hear Turillin's voice saying, "Just help me get what I want, and I will leave you alone. I don't care about you." And Otterkey and Alaric, you hear him say that, but Amethyst, why are you not just helping him get what he wants? He doesn't care about you guys. You should help him get what he wants, and he'll leave you alone.
I mean, that makes sense. It would be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down.
So that is his turn. I think he is. Yeah, that's his turn. All right. I'm double checking what one of these other spells that you can do. Okay. Yep. So that's his turn, and that brings us back up to the top of the initiative order. So Alaric.
We have no obligation to help you, but I don't want to see you hurt either. And I'll start walking towards them, hands out, stretch, no weapons, peaceful gesture.
All right. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to him if you can.
Yep, sure will.
All right.
You need to stop.
Make a persuasion roll.
No, I'm actually true to that. Imagine that.
At
That's,
disadvantage because Nira tried to kill him.
Yeah, she's always messing. Yeah, that dropped by a deuce. Let's see. That would be 11.
Okay. He looks like he is really confused because you guys are giving him some very mixed signals.
Yeah, well, welcome to a day in our lives.
All right, Nira, you're up.
So I'm Amethyst, or the screen is like right where I would come down, but because I
Okay,
would
so
like to not hit Alaric if
You
possible.
want to so hit here so it would hit him?
Yes,
All right.
coming down. Boom.
Where's my... There we go. Boom. All right. So go ahead and he's going to get his dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
She did the superhero landing. 3 points.
That is a 14.
He needs a 15.
So that's a failure then. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I swear, if I have to pull fried bits of this guy to my beard, I won't be happy.
21, and he is pushed.
Wow. All right. So make a dexterity saving throw, Alaric.
That is a 12.
All right. He bowls into you, and the two of you kind of tumble into a pile, both prone, right there. No damage though.
All right.
But he looks pretty hurt.
You about to look more hurt.
Okay. That is your turn, Nira, unless you want to move or something.
No, I'm good.
All
I mean,
right.
I can't shoot back up yet, so.
Yep. Otterkey, your turn.
I'm going to I'm gonna cast Bane.
Okay.
So up to 3 creatures of your choice you can see within range. Basically, it's gonna have them make failures on saving throws.
Okay.
But
Is it
so I'm gonna
failures-
target
So
I'm so sorry.
It's
Sorry.
D4 so minus.
target the they have to fail the saving throw makes when they make an attack roll
Yeah.
or saving throw before it ends.
It's like the opposite of less.
Right. Yeah. So a D4, right? Subtracting
So you're casting Bane on him.
and Alaric.
Okay.
Yes!
So what saving throw is that? Wisdom?
Charisma
Charisma. All right.
DC 16.
That's great. Poor Alaric means well.
18 on my save.
Tyrillin gets a 16 as well. Or not as well, but he gets a 16.
Wow. Nice.
So they both
All right.
resist the effect.
Okay.
All right. Are you
Damn
moving
it,
or
Otterkey.
anything?
So yeah, then we're back to attacking. So charge right up to Balin.
To Tyrillin?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no,
that's-
sorry.
Yeah.
All
Up
right.
in his grill.
Spell I suddenly
And
cast there.
you have 2 attacks.
Is Bane is a bonus action?
Oh no, it is an action.
All right. So you can still charge up, but you not won't have the
Right.
attacks remaining.
Yes, correct.
All right. Okay. Amethyst.
Well, obviously, I'm going to cast Hold Person on Nira and Archie because they're attacking both Alaric, which is crazy. He's been with us forever. He's one of us, and now this other guy that just needs help, and then he'll go. So I'm going to cast Hold Person. And then we're going to be glad that that's all I think of to cast.
It's a higher level spell slot to do on 2 targets, correct?
Yes, it looks to me as if it's a third level slot to cast on 2 targets.
Okay. All right. So that's tell them the saving throw they need to make.
Wisdom 15, honeys.
Okay.
So that's not a
and
charm, right?
Nira, you are not within the range of the aura.
Okay. So wisdom saving throw, right?
And Alaric is, but I don't know that he's currently an ally.
Wow.
I'm not your enemy, but I'm not his either.
Right?
So that's going to be a 19.
Oops. I rolled out of the tower. 13.
Oh. I caught me a tiefling.
Ooh.
So what did you get, Nira?
19.
Okay, so Nira is not paralyzed, but Autarky is.
But I will shoot her a dirty look.
All right.
I hope Doke is looking out the window.
Ooh, I just got a crack peal of thunder outside my window here.
My heroes of legend are scrapping.
Yeah. All right, I think Arwen is hopping up nervously to you, Amethyst. Are you doing? Are you moving or anything?
Where's the dude? Oh, he's over there by
He's right
okay.
here. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right.
I'm just like, what y'all cut what? Yeah. Help him.
Okay.
Why can't we just help him?
The fairy sealed his fate. He's a pawn. He's been used. Up.
All right. It is his turn, and he looks to you, Autarky, in your paralyzed state, and to Nira, looking just furious at you and betrayed. Like, I thought you would understand. And then he casts a spell, and I need Nira and Autarky to make an intelligence saving throw.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, lowest tonight. Holy crow.
23 total.
23 total for me.
Wow.
Okay, well, you both still take half damage.
Oh.
You each take 26 psychic damage. No, I'm sorry. 26 would be if you failed. So you take 13 psychic damage, each of you. And because you passed the saving throw, that's all of it. But I do need a concentration check from Nira.
Okay.
All of this in front of
So,
the carrot
Constitution.
stick.
Check.
So that's a 20, not natural.
Okay, so yeah, you maintain the Call Lightning spell, but as you are watching after this spell, he once again disappears.
Oh. Would have gotten off my hellish rebuke reaction.
I don't think that applies to damage taken from a spell.
Oh, just melee. One reaction, take responsibility damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that
Oh.
you can see.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I
You
guess.
point
that's
your
what-
finger. Oh, I'm paralyzed, though. I can't
Oh,
point my
but
finger.
yeah. So if you can't point your finger, then, yeah. if the spell requires a somatic component,
Yeah.
you are not
Yes.
able to move to do it right now.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right.
I should have marked him.
Okay, so Alaric, it is your turn now.
Alright, well, let's stand
Archie
up.
is currently still paralyzed. Something, Nira, he and Nira look like they've just suffered some sort of an assault.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stand up. Do I see him anywhere around?
Do you see? Oh, make a perception check.
That is 21 total.
Okay. Yes, you see that about 60 feet away in the tall grass, there's a little bit of a gap that you suspect is where he is.
All right. I'm just going to start running in that direction.
Okay.
You know what's
So
good
we'll,
for you.
we'll say
you'll
it's
run.
kind of in this direction just so that we can kind of
Sure.
have the map. So you're dashing?
I'm
towards
going to
it?
use my action and I'm going to dash, so I'll
Okay.
get there.
Yeah, so he's 60 feet away. So if
I
you're...
have 75 feet of movement with all.
All right.
With all.
Yeah, so
movement.
you're going up to him then?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna abstract the map just a little bit, just to kind of say that you have caught up with him, but there's this is 60 feet.
Yep.
That's just to indicate there we have an extra space gap there. Okay, so you catch up with him. Are you doing anything else or saying anything?
Just if you know what's good for you, keep moving and run the hell away, or you won't survive the day. I don't want to be the one to kill you, but I have to. If I have to, I would.
He looks sad and just shakes his head and just says, "None of you understand." That said, he looks like he actually might be trying to get away. All right, Nira, your turn.
Going back up in the cloud. I want to hit him. He needs to die.
What is the effective range of your call lightning?
Yeah. Let's see. 120 feet / 60 feet.
So you can what? So basically, once you have cast the spell, how far
Let's see.
can it go?
Let's see. Storm cloud appears 60-foot radius centered on a point that I can see 100 feet directly above me.
60-foot radius, and you were a little bit further in that direction, so they would be just on the edge of the radius. So if they move any further from where you started this whole fight, they will be outside the range of your call lightning.
Okay.
But right now, technically, they're in it. But I'm going to require you to make a perception check to see if you spotted where he went.
Well, I could
I
see
mean,
a
I guess
lark.
you saw Lark run off that way, yeah.
And that's a 26. So.
Okay, yeah, you see him. Especially from your vantage point up in the clouds.
I think that's it, right? I can't come down again
Nope,
because I've gone
that's
up.
correct. Yes.
I'm done.
Otterkey, you are still paralyzed from Amethyst's spell, but you can attempt to shake it off.
I would very much like to attempt that. Was it wisdom?
Is it wisdom?
Wisdom.
I feel like you said it was
I can't remember.
charisma when you cast it.
Wisdom 15.
Okay.
17.
All right. So that is
Is end of turn
yep,
or beginning?
at end of turn.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So Amethyst, it is your turn. You have seen him. He disappeared and appeared. Like far away, but you saw Alaric go up after him. You also saw Nira go up into her cloud, which you know what is likely to happen there. Let me double check something really quick here just to make sure.
Just keep them away from me.
Just to see if you get another saving throw here in a second.
I don't even know.
Nope, you don't. You are still charmed.
Okay.
So, yeah, you are still operating under the assumption that what you guys need to do to get this problem solved is to help him get what he wants.
Well, they're more than 30 feet apart now, so I can't cast Hold Person on them again. And I
Well,
cannot.
you could run in that direction. So, if you ran your full 30 feet in that direction, they would be within 30 feet of you. Alaric and Tyrellin, that is.
Well, no, because I'm trying to help them, so I don't want to hold them. I want to hold Nira and Archie again, but they
Well,
need to be 30
Nira's
within
in the
30
sky.
feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out what else I can
Cast
cast.
in the sky, and I had just said, just keep him away from me.
Well, I want you to help him, though. Remember? I'm gonna cast. Ooh. I'm gonna cast. How far away is Nira?
Nira is in the sky. You can't even really see her. She's in the storm cloud, 60 feet, 100 feet off the ground. But you can't even really see
Yeah.
her. You see her magic storm cloud.
I am the storm.
Did you see Mission Impossible Fallout? Strana? No. Okay. Just there's a bit where he says, "I am the storm." So anyway.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point that I choose within range. My range is 90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
How far? Like, is she in my range then? My
Um,
range is 90 feet. If it's a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Well, let's see. Your cloud that you have made is 60-foot diameter, or like 60-foot radius, I think you said, Nira, and it says how tall it is, right? Because you have to.
Yeah, the storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point I can see 100 feet directly above me.
Yeah, so it's 100 feet off the ground, unfortunately.
Okay. Bummer. That would have been fun.
Mhm.
And the one that's causing more trouble now is too far from me.
Prince Justin
So
is saying next on so many levels, trigonometry.
no. This is too close to it. Shit, I don't even know. I don't get stumped like this very often, but I'm totally stumped. I'm going to.
I mean, you could just say something. You could just shout out, or you know,
Oh,
just
they
put,
don't-
put
they're
your,
not.
You don't necessarily have to be doing something that is effective in a combat sense. Just like, what would Amethyst do to try to persuade her friends or stop them or whatever?
Amethyst knows that once Nira smells blood, there's no talking. She has to stop her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my experience with Nira. I love you, Nira. It's one of the things I love about you.
Well,
So
I mean,
90
just
feet, I
if
can't-
you know, because what I will flavor that because of the charm, you know that because you don't have any way to stop Nira, she's probably going to come down and strike him with lightning again. So you probably ought to be in a position where you can help him afterwards if you can't stop it from happening.
So
block
let
it.
me, yeah,
Conjure
that's
an animal
a good-
between him and her,
I don't think I
or
can
some other
conjure
form of
anymore.
protection.
Oh, I can.
or buff.
I thought I was out of spell slots. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me conjure over, let's see, my range on that is 60 feet. So I'm just going to stay where I'm at now between the two
So
the two
yeah,
factions.
you're like 60 feet away.
So I'm going to cast Conjure Animals, and I'm going to cast I'm going to conjure, let's see. Two panda bears. I think I can, yeah, two brown bears.
Okay.
Wait, brown bears.
Don't know if I have two. I have one panda from when you turned into a panda. Oh, I do have two pandas. You can do.
Nice.
I'm just going to go ahead and rule that you can do
Pandemonium.
two pandas.
Pandemonium!
I think they would have brown bear stats.
Yeah, that's what we decided, and it's a CR1,
And
so
you're
I can
and you're
summon
what
at least
doing them
two.
like right around here?
Yeah, I want to put them around. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I know Nira loves the big bear butts.
Okay. All right. So I think Alaric, you were probably startled to suddenly find two enormous panda bears poof into existence to your left and right. Tyrillin is
And
likewise
he's-
startled.
And I'm naming them Amy Pond and River Song.
Okay. Roll initiative for them.
Okay. Strike them. I dare you, Nira. I dare you to strike the doctor's companions. I dare you.
Yeah, hold my beer. They weren't my favorites.
Well, there's something wrong with you then. So for River Song, it's a 4. And
Well,
for
it's-
Amy
we'll use
Pond,
the same-
it's an 18.
We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
use
And 4.
Yeah.
Well, it was 4 and 18, so I'm going to go 4.
All right. It is Tyrillin's turn. He's looking at the bears, but the bears, I think he is, he looks over and sees you having cast something, so he recognizes they might be helpful. And let's see, what does he do? He is going to... I think his primary concern is he's kind of looking all around too, like where's the one that's trying to do all of this? Let's see. Okay.
I know I can't order them. I know I can't have them do any actions, but can I just shout to them to just protect Alaric and the dude and that guy, Tyrillian?
Yeah,
Or is
well,
that-
yeah, I'll allow that they know that's what you're going for.
Okay.
I think. Ooh. Yeah, I think given that he doesn't have a lot of. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to decide what he does. He is got. He is going to reach out with his hand, and even from this distance, Archie, he is going to be firing 3 blasts of sort of harsh blue-white energy from his hand at you.
All right.
So the first one is a 26,
Hits.
then a 22.
That
Wow, he
hits.
rolled high all 3 times, so that's a 20. That's a 25. So all 3 of those hit. So it's 7, 9, and 1. So 17 total. Is that force damage as he strikes out at you, and then just after he does that, he turns kind of a vicious glare back to you, Alaric, and just says, "None of you understand. This is the
You
most
idiot."
important thing I've ever done." And then he disappears again.
It's the last thing you were ever gonna do. Damn it!
Oh
alright.
yeah.
So he, from up in the storm cloud, Nira, he disappears there again.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so Amethyst, your River Song and Amy Pond are, so confused because the guy you sent them to protect disappeared.
And I guess I'm shaking off the thing, or
No, you are still.
I'm still convinced.
Mhm.
Okay.
You've seen him disappear a couple of times now, so
Yeah.
yeah. Smart Master asks if one of the pandas is the mother of the other.
Oh, I don't know. That seems to certainly make sense with the names I chose.
I don't know. Viv is kind of the mother of pandas.
I'm just gonna walk over to him and what's everybody's health at? I'm curious. I only care about Alaric's because the rest of them are just betrayers, but I'm disappointed. But Alaric, what's your health at? Did you take any more damage?
I haven't taken any more damage. I just look pretty bad.
He
Yeah.
had been not at full to begin with from this
Right.
session.
It was down you were down 14. Is that where you're at?
No, I'm much lower than that.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Alaric.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, are you okay? Are you all right? What's going on? I don't understand why you guys are fighting. Why aren't they helping us? Help him. We could just get this over with as I'm healing him.
I don't know about helping him, but I don't think I want to kill him. Although, if he keeps this up, I might.
I thought you were trying to help him.
I didn't want him to die. It's not quite the same thing.
Technically, that was actually not your. It was not actually your turn, Amethyst. I just realized it was the panda's turn just then.
So I'm just gonna go stand over next to the pandas and ask Alaric that, and then I forgot we were still on initiative.
Okay, yeah. So it's technically not your turn yet, but we can
Yeah.
flavor that's what you're maybe planning to do. We'll see. But yeah, so he just had his turn. The
Gotcha.
pandas are kind of not doing anything because.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. He's gone. I guess can I just instruct him to hold action to defend him if they come back if he comes back and
Yeah.
needs it to defend he or Alaric?
Now that makes it Alaric's turn again. You can make another perception check if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Given the last couple of times.
That is 24.
Okay. Yeah, you see that he has once again teleported another 60 feet away, trying to move away from all of you.
I'm chasing after him.
All right. I think as you do that, he's kind of yelling at you, saying, "I thought you were telling me to leave. Why are you chasing me?"
You're not gone yet.
All right. So you're running your full speed to get up to him again.
Mhm.
All right. So. Got another gap here.
I'm breaking the time-space continuum.
All right.
The doctor. I'm the doctor. Wait.
Okay. So you have caught up with him, and he is looking really annoyed with you. Nira, it is your turn. I'll allow that I'll just give you the perception that you have seen where he was and you saw where Alaric went, but they have now run outside the radius of your original call lightning spell.
Yeah. If I come down, how close to them do I get?
The closest you can land to them is 60 feet, or
Okay.
maybe 55 feet. You will still have your movement, though.
Okay. Well, he's going to keep moving, so this is not going to do me any more good. But I'm not letting him leave. He can't leave. Like, that's not an option. So I'm going to come down as far as I can, and then I will move in his direction.
Okay. So you can get, like, within... so if you're moving... Yeah, you can get within 25 feet or so.
Okay.
We'll say that you're kind of over there. We're kind of, All right.
And I will say to Alaric, I don't want to kill him. We don't have a choice. It's him or us, and I would like to keep breathing.
He's just a pawn, and there's always a choice.
Do you know how to undo Fey magic? Because I don't.
We're gonna need to learn.
We can't take the chance. We can't take the risk.
They're gonna keep throwing more at us.
Probably.
Can't kill them all.
Hold my beer.
All right, Otterkey, you are a ways away now.
I am a ways away.
Yeah.
and conflicted. So conflicted, but yeah, he's got to die. So I'm gonna cast haste
Okay.
and used my hastened movement to see how far I can get. How far do I need to get?
They're 120 feet from you.
120. Okay, so if I dash, I can go 120. Haste double movement.
Did freedom of movement do?
So freedom of movement, it
Oh,
prevents you from
no.
being like paralyzed and stuff. I don't think
Oh,
it
right,
actually
right, yeah,
increases
yeah.
your speed. So if
Oh, right,
you
no-
use
no
your
difficult
action
terrain.
to dash, normally you could go 60 feet. And so with the hasted doubling,
right.
you can use your action to dash and go the
Right.
full 120 feet and get up there to him again, but you would have used your action. But I guess
Haste gives me a
you do
second
still
action,
have the second action. That's right.
Yeah.
All
Wait,
right,
do
is
you
that what
still
you're
have-
So I
doing?
think I can get to them. I just can't do anything. But
Well, but you do have that second action. Oh no, you're right.
I have to
it
use
doesn't
the
just
second
double.
action
Yeah,
to
I
haste.
see. Yeah. Okay.
or to yeah.
Yeah. All right. So is
It
that what
works
you're
out.
doing though?
Yeah, get back with the party.
All right.
So wait, you still have the freedom of movement?
The no, it would have dropped when Amethyst cast the Conjure Animals because that's concentration.
She would have dropped concentration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, freedom of movement is that concentration spell, Amethyst?
I'm not seeing concentration.
I'm not
It's a
sure that
fourth
it is.
level.
Yeah.
It's an abjuration, 4th level abjuration. I don't see concentration
Well,
on
that
here.
abjuration doesn't tell you anything. It's
Right.
it's got whether it's the little C diamond.
It
on
doesn't. I don't see it.
So
So
it may be that
technically, it
it's.
wouldn't have been affected by the hold person then.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It was after the
Oh,
hold
but
person.
she.
It's non-magical.
No, hold person is
Um,
after our
It
freedom of
is
movement.
not
Yeah.
concentration.
Oh no, you're
1 hour.
okay. I think okay. We'll have to retcon. I mean, we're not going to go back and retcon it. But
Right.
Yeah.
yes, strictly speaking, he because it is not a concentration spell, even though Amethyst cast it and then tried to hold him, theoretically he should not have been able to be paralyzed because he had freedom of movement on him.
Yeah.
All right, but
Cool.
what's done is done. We're moving on. All right.
Yeah.
But
But
for
it
the
won't help
future,
my
we'll
speed
remember. Yeah.
for
Okay.
this.
So that's your turn, Amethyst. They are like 45, no, actually 75 feet away right now at the start of your turn.
The pandas are
No,
from.
so the pandas are 16
Okay.
feet from him. You are
60
75 feet.
Okay. And it's my turn or the panda's turn?
It's your turn.
um,
So this is the turn where you had previously said you were going to heal Alaric, but other stuff has happened since then, so.
they're within, let's see, 90 feet.
Well, so you can move 30 feet with it, as your movement and be within
Yeah.
45 feet of all of them.
So let me move up to where the pandas are.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast Confusion on Nera.
Okay.
And what is
It's
that?
a wisdom, you got to roll, it's a wisdom saving roll 15. Higher. Yeah.
Confusion is concentration, so your pandas will disappear if you cast that spell.
Oh! Yeah, cast it.
Right. Well, that is a 22.
Okay.
All right. Okay. That is Amethyst's turn. It is his turn again now, Tyrillin's turn. And let's see, what is he? He is in a rough spot. I think, yeah, I think he's gonna do what he can here to escape. So he is going to cast a spell on himself and then start to lift into the air. You do get an opportunity attack, Archie and Alaric, if you want one. He's looking pretty rough, though. But he looks like he's about to fly away.
Oh. I'm still at disadvantage, huh?
Why were you at disadvantage? Oh, because
'Cause Alaric's-
Alaric. Are you still defending him? Trying to he used his action last time to try to interfere. So
Yeah, I don't have an action left.
yeah. So you're not.
A
at disadvantage.
natural 20.
Okay.
Wow. Well, that's flying around tonight. It's crazy.
It was going to hit either way,
All right.
Yeah.
but it just, otherwise, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
14 points of slashing damage,
All right.
plus 7 points of radiant damage.
He is unconscious and drops back down to the ground.
Yes. Yes, Archie! Woo!
Second
God.
attack.
You're attacking him unconscious on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hate to
You
say it,
are
but
rolling with
that has
advantage?
Yeah.
Get it.
18
All right. So that's a hit. It's going to be 2
12
automatic
points of
failures.
damage.
Yeah. So he has failed 2 death saving throws. All right, Amethyst, it is your
Wow.
turn. He is unconscious, and Archie is about to execute him on the ground.
God damn it.
Wouldn't
He's not going to stop.
does that charm spell wear off when he goes unconscious?
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
That sucks.
Wait, whose turn is it?
It's Amethyst's
Mine.
turn.
Damn it.
You just go?
The bears went.
Otterkey just went. The
No,
bears-
wait, I just.
No. You just cast
Yeah, I just
confusion?
Yeah.
cast confusion.
Because that was a reaction
Okay.
from Archie.
Amethyst cast confusion.
Oh, right, that
Okay,
was a
okay, yeah.
reaction
So
for
he
me.
shouldn't have had the second attack then. That was his opportunity.
Right,
okay.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
opportunity attack when he
Right.
tried to fly away. So he is unconscious, but not that second attack. So he has not failed any death
Right.
saving throws yet.
Right.
Okay, sorry about
So
that.
it would have done triggered Relentless Avenger, which just means I can move. But he's going up. He's not going away.
Well, and he's unconscious.
Yeah.
He's dropped back to the ground.
Oh, drop down. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
All right.
Yep. I did
so-
not strike a man when he was down.
Yes.
But you want-
All right. So it is his turn,
Archie wouldn't do
which
that,
means
though,
he is
I
now
mean-
going to roll to make a death saving throw. I'm not telling you guys what it is.
Well, no, he
Okay,
already
never
went.
would.
That was a reaction to him moving, right?
You're right. Yep. So you're right. It's not his turn. All right. I got all distracted. So Alaric, it is your
Yeah.
turn now. He
Okay.
is just now unconscious on the ground.
I'm going to leap down,
Okay.
cover him with my body, and see if I can revive him. Or at least
Okay.
stabilize him.
Make a medicine check.
This is probably going to kill him, because I'm not very good at this.
And this is why I'm glad it's not my turn, because I didn't know what
I rolled
was
a
gonna
2 total.
A 2 total.
Yeah. my-
Wow.
Ooh,
I think
you
that's
poke
going
him in
to
the
count
eye.
as 1 failed death saving throw for it being that low.
Oh.
You tried to give him a tracheotomy. That'll help.
He's
Anyone have a
bleeding.
ballpoint pen?
Dagger in his wound. That'll stop the bleeding.
Okay, Nira, your turn.
How far away am I?
You're 60 feet.
Okay, I'm.
No, you were 25 feet to start.
Oh, yeah, because I moved
yeah,
up closer, didn't I?
Yeah,
I'm still covering him now.
but you are outside the range of your call lightning, so you could let that
Right.
drop if you want, or keep
Yes.
it up, but you're outside of where it can strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that.
Okay.
So this is not an AOE spell,
Mhm.
but I am going to toss guiding bolt at him.
Unconscious on the ground.
Oh yeah.
All right, you're rolling at disadvantage because he's prone, and Alaric is on top of him.
I'm rolling at a disadvantage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
ranged
Ranged
attack
is-
when he's prone.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that sucks. Whatever. Let's see, is there a plus 2? Guiding bolt. Plus 10? That seems really high. Like, that doesn't...
Well, it's because your proficiency plus your wisdom is really high.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what it is.
then
Come a long way,
it's,
baby.
Then it's 20, not natural.
Okay, yeah, so that hits. It does. It's not an auto crit like a melee strike would be, but it does damage him. So it is a second failed death saving throw.
And he's sparkly now, so...
Yep. All right, are you moving any closer, or are you staying at that 25 feet?
I'll move closer.
All right.
Say, let him go, Alaric.
Okay. Otterkey, your turn. Oh, you're muted.
So yeah, now I will strike a man while he's down.
All right.
Throat cutter at the end.
Am I making it hard for him to do that?
Well, I would say you were definitely kind of over him, so I'll say that it's a straight roll because the advantage that he would normally have is countered by that, so it's just a regular roll.
Right. Ooh, first one's only 10. But second one is 18.
All right. So, with that, you strike in, and as the blade pierces him, you see him bleeding just for a second. His eyes, those strange, super dilated eyes, blink open, and he just kind of. And I need Alaric and Archie and Nira to all make a wisdom saving throw.
This is going to go well.
Interesting.
7.
It's
Rolled over from the natural 20.
You get the
21.
plus 4,
Okay.
but
Oh, am I
21.
in your good graces? I may have a bonus for this.
Yeah, Alaric. Well, I think. Yeah, I don't know unless Alaric, you would deny it to him.
Yeah.
I don't think you would even. I don't think it's even a conscious thing.
yeah.
That's a plus 4, so 11.
Yeah.
It's still
It's still not passing. What was yours?
Can I use... So, I have... Because no hard feelings, Mark, but I have a point of inspiration from forever ago. That if Alaric would like it, I would like to give him the opportunity to maybe re-roll that, if possible. Or say, think about it. Help him. Please.
Okay, I'll re-roll. This isn't going to go
All right,
well anyway,
sure.
because I have a -1 to begin with. That's lower.
Okay.
Oh, bitch. I tried.
Wow.
So, the whatever that little tune that he kind of weirdly sang as he died, it's a little catchy.
Mm.
But you're not aware of anything else. It's just strange. Yeah. But he is dead. On the ground.
Damn it.
Alright. Is anybody hungry?
I could eat. That was so weird. I knew he was trouble.
We need to release
He was
the
going to
area.
keep coming. He would not. They bewitched
I had
him.
another
He wasn't
idea,
gonna-
but it wasn't any time to talk about it. I could take him away. That would still satisfy what he needed. And I'd find a way to have him locked up somewhere.
There wasn't time.
You didn't leave any time. And there's going to be more. If they can bewitch this guy, they can bewitch others. We can't just kill every innocent that gets wrapped up in this. We have to find a way to stop this from happening. Not this way. It didn't stop anything.
There was a short period that we were visible. Now we should be hidden again. We need to get away from here as quickly as possible.
I agree.
And that part's always true.
What is my condition? Is that spell gone off me?
I think that you feel like somehow you have to find a way to help him even though he's dead.
Great.
So you gotta. It's a tough one. You're not sure necessarily how best to help him, but you got to. I mean, this problem is not solved until you help him.
We
Yeah.
need to bury him or something, and away from the carrot and stick. I don't want anything like this to.
In particular, when you kind of mentioned that, you kind of all just glance back at the building, and Doak is standing there with the open door, holding a sandwich, going like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Bad guy.
Wait, so Amethyst, are you like saying anything to anything like?
I'm just watching all of you because you make no damn sense to me. I thought that Alaric had his shit together, but now I don't understand what he was trying to do. It doesn't sound like he was trying to help, like I'm trying to help. You guys certainly aren't fucking trying to help. You're trying to kill the poor guy instead of helping him. So I'm just hanging back, being really quiet, and just watching and listening to everything you guys are saying. I'm just observing, trying to figure out what is going on, why you guys are so wrong about this.
Yeah, I vote we take him out of town. We're on the edge of town, right? So let's
Something.
get further out.
I'm gonna walk over to the house. I'm gonna try to deliberately be in the eye line so that Doak can't really see anything.
So I maybe let's look for a bullet point line to go ahead, and we can go ahead and draw
Sure.
tonight to close.
What I'm
Is he in the tall grass?
Yeah, so he's Tyrillin's body is out in the tall grass, 150 feet or so away from the building.
I'm just looking to get a blanket, so wrap him up so we can carry him a little more discreetly out of town, away from here. Maybe a shovel.
I think as you kind of come up close, Doak's just looking kind of concerned. Is like, were you guys fighting? What happened?
Yeah. We got a lot of enemies. And some of them are pretty powerful.
Oh. Everyone
Sometimes-
okay?
No, but we'll get over it.
All right. Well, what do you need? How do I help?
Just need a blanket and a shovel. We'll take this away. We'll come back, collect our things, and collect what we had been promised, and I think we'll be leaving tonight.
Okay.
Sorry,
He
to
goes
bring this
inside
your
to,
doorstep.
Yeah. I think he looks like he's not sure what to say, so he just kind of goes back inside to get you a blanket and a shovel. And I think we'll leave it there on that uneasy note.
Almost had me down. Almost had me down. I started that fight with 25 hit points. I ended with 11.
Wow.
I wasn't trying to take you down. He
I
was
was
trying to
talking
get
to you.
away.
I was talking to Nira.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
When
didn't
you
help you.
When you said you went down 14, I didn't realize you were already down 25.
We haven't had a
So,
chance to
yeah.
heal from that last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
was
have,
down. I was down 50 hit points from the last fight.
because we haven't rested, I can't heal nobody. I don't have a slot. So
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
I've
pissed off
got
the cleric, so
Oh yeah.
7 points of lay on hands left. Wow.
yikes, guys. It's gonna be awkward at the next dinner around the campfire.
Well, it is evening, so
Yeah. It's gonna be awkward around the table. Yeah. That'll be fun. Let's talk politics instead.
That Tasmian.
Yeah.
all right. So we will see next time. Find out what happens. How does that dinner conversation go? It will be awkward on so many levels. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching in the live stream, and or if you're watching or listening later, thank you. Help us spread the word. You can subscribe to the Twitch channel, follow on the Twitch channel, subscribe on the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Leave reviews, tell people all that good stuff. So, thanks, everybody.